Lawmakers returned to Capitol Hill Monday after a two-week-long break, and they have a number of issues to tackle. That includes aid to Ukraine, which has become a tricky point to navigate among Republicans. In a letter to senators last week, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the key to making progress on top priorities is, quote, bipartisanship and compromise. For more, CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins me now. Nikole, billions of dollars for funding for Ukraine is stalled. Everybody who wants that to pass says it is desperate. The Ukrainians are desperate for the money. The Senate passed its own version in February. What's going on in the House?
Yeah, well, despite those urgent pleas, it really so far has not moved the needle. And, you know, we do know that Speaker Johnson made clear before Congress adjourned on its Easter recess that he would bring up some type of supplemental aid package once lawmakers get back. But there's still a big question mark about what that's going to look like if the House will move forward with that nearly $100 billion supplemental package that the Senate passed, or if he will split the package apart or simply put Ukraine aid on the floor. We have seen him in the past do standalone funding packages for Israel. So it is a big if in terms of what the Speaker's next steps are. I'm told we should learn more sometime early this week, but some ideas that the Speaker has floated and other congressional Republicans as well is perhaps conditioning the aid, making it more in the form of a loan that Ukraine would ultimately have to pay back. That's one idea that's been floating for the better part of a week now. So whether or not some type of Ukraine aid package has that type of dynamic to it, again, remains to be seen. But the Speaker has made clear over the recess that he might make some tweaks to the package.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene has used the procedural technicality, well, not a technicality, the procedural tool to remove a speaker, a motion to vacate the House speakership. That was used to bounce Kevin McCarthy. How different are things, or how threatened is the current speaker from this motion to vacate?
Well, it's interesting, John, because Congresswoman Greene is actually holding a town hall this evening in Georgia where this issue has come up. The Congresswoman continues not to necessarily put a timetable on this, although we know over the course of the recess she has kind of renewed her threats of potentially ousting the speaker, saying that it is time for a new speaker in the House. And some of her opposition has to do in part to the potential possibility that the speaker may put Ukraine aid on the floor, which is something that Congresswoman Greene opposes. That being said, the Speaker has made clear that while he has his differences with Marjorie Taylor Greene, he does see her as a friend. He defended the appropriations package that the House put on the floor just before the recess, of course, to continue funding the government. So he is standing by his actions, which is part of why Greene also says that she believes the Speaker should go.
And finally, Nikole, what else is on the top of the list, or on the list in general, for lawmakers now that they're back?
Well, as I mentioned, it's a big question mark in terms of what the next steps will be with respect to the supplemental aid package. So we're watching closely on that front. Perhaps the biggest thing to watch this week is also we expect the House to move forward in presenting their impeachment articles against Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to the Senate. Leader Schumer has made clear that the Senate is prepared to receive those articles this coming Wednesday, that senators will be sworn in for a potential trial this coming Thursday. But again, another big if, whether or not Senate Democrats will try to table this and dismiss this trial altogether. There's a lot of chatter that could potentially happen, but the leader does have a number of tools at his disposal to either move forward, to slow walk this, or again to dismiss it altogether. Remains to be seen.
Nikole Killion on Capitol Hill. Thank you so much, Nikole.